With this video, we will be doing Monique's son respond to her Club Shay interview. And if you want to help this channel and the content that we're making, please help support our merchandise. The link is in the description. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Try and get the channel to grow. And the only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's go. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
MREC TV.
Peace, worlds. MREC for MREC TV. We
Poppin'.
got an interesting clip right here. Monique, oldest son, Shalom, exposes why they don't have a relationship and responds to a Club Shay interview. Hit that like, hit that bell, hit the subscribe, watch
All
this
that.
clip, and let's vibe.
Let's vibe.
I am Shalon. I am a stand-up comedian, Monique's oldest son.
Okay, you do stand up too? I ain't know
I
that.
guess I felt the need to make this video to just provide
Right.
some context into this false narrative about her praying to the universe.
Praying to the
Reconcile
universe.
our relationship or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, snap.
I wrote it all down so that way I don't go all over the place and
Right.
get emotional or anything like that. So I'm gonna talk like I'm reading a script, but it's just gonna help me kind of stay together. But to address the Club Shay interview that she did, where she states that she prays to the universe in regards to reconciling our relationship, as I stated, is odd. My mother and I both know that that is a very false narrative, and I'd like to free her of having to continue telling that lie.
I was like, the
Faith
free
without
her.
work is dead, and neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate.
This is crazy. This is really heating up. I didn't know things was like this, but it's like it's beyond repair.
Yeah.
You could pray to the universe all you want. It's not gonna fix the situation because none of us want to put enough energy to even fix it. So there's no way it can get fixed.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level of I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah, me neither.
As she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us has had the desire to reach out to the other in a very long time. And
Wow.
I don't think that either of us anticipates that feeling ever returning. Speaking with my mother directly in my
Cold as
experience
ice.
will either lead to some odd newfound moment of clarity in regards to how she was as my mother, or she retreats back to daddy to move forward with a conversation. And I'm tired of hearing my mother's truths. Newsflash, I'm not sure if people know, but standing in your truth doesn't make you noble. I'm not sure if people are aware of that. But responding this way, I feel as though it allows me to say my piece uninterrupted.
Get off your chest.
To those wondering,
Therapeutic.
well, why say something now? Call it a form of therapy for me, I suppose.
Just said it.
Right.
But when her daddy had intentionally stated that they have 3 sons, but his wife is on the internet talking about the 4th son in a video that has millions of views,
Wow.
that rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway,
YouTube Premium
Right.
is
It's
ad-free
crazy.
YouTube.
You get down, so
And
get down.
Pretty like an
video
on
download.
Front Street.
So you can
way to inform a child that you are not interested in being a mother at a time when that kid is the only kid that has the potential to lead a child to believe that you are not interested in them specifically. But to take it a step further, you also admit, my mother had also admitted to me that she didn't do the best job that she could do, which would also make one begin to question, all of your past decisions and prior emotional interactions. But to be completely honest and fair, those were things that I was willing to get over. Nobody's perfect, we're all human, but my mother showed a clear lack of humility, compassion, and consideration when taking any level of accountability for those things. My mother.
It's like he going through what like a lot of kids went through that didn't have what they feel like they needed from their parents. And just from a parent standpoint, they look at it like they know they made mistakes, but don't bash me on the mistakes or keep bringing up the mistakes I made. Because I can't really do anything about the past. Yes, I should have did a better job, but us as kids, I feel like we understand our parents more once we have kids and see what it is to have kids and see what they actually had to go through, actually what they had to sacrifice, and then you start to understand it. But a lot of us when we're his age was like, wish our parents would have did more, you should have did better, da 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 da.
Because you're just not understanding all the variables or all the things
nuances
that could be in the way, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to maneuver to give you the best opportunity of, you know what I'm saying? But you got to really, it's one of them things the parents going to do the best they can.
Yeah, I think the best way of understanding your parents is becoming a parent.
Exactly.
Facts.
Mother does a fantastic job of acknowledging a lot of things, but she doesn't take accountability very well, and anything that she may take true accountability for, it's only at her convenience, in my experience. But if I had to guess, though, her interest in being a mother probably started around the time that she married her daddy and had his children. That interest, obviously seemed one-sided, and as it should have been. By that time, I'm in my late teens, so to some degree, the neglect becomes easier to hide or validate, I guess you could say. There are now 2 baby boys in the house, that require attention. But still during that time, however, I still watched her enjoy the love and admiration of total strangers more than my own. To this very...
And I could definitely see where you're coming from. Any kid would be hurting to see your mom give love to other kids and not give it to you, because kids put things on the fairness. That's not fair. You didn't treat me that way. Why did they allowed to do this? I'm not allowed to do it. And me just being a parent, I know the older you get, the easier it becomes to be a parent, because a lot of distractions out of your way. The earlier you have kids, the more you just want to hang out with your friends, have fun, that kind of stuff. But as you get older, that stuff becomes less and less important, so it's easier to actually become the parent you want to be.
Focus on what's most important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Day, my mother has never expressed to me when, if ever, she became interested in me as her son. That did lead me down a path of questioning my self-worth and struggling to understand the value of a mother in a child's life. In the interview, she also states that she gave me an apology, but an apology to a son from a mother that consciously showed no interest in him holds no weight. There's still,
and it's like I'm glad I'm doing this because I could relate to him, because my mom wasn't there the way she should have been, so I'm pretty much in the same boat that he was, but I didn't hold on to it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just moved on in life once I turned 18. It was like, all right, she was in the best financial situation to take care of me the way that she should have, so I'm not going to hold that against her. And I'm not going to let it hold up my life. You know what I'm saying? And you just take from their experiences and you learn from them, and it made me a better parent because of that. So that's all you could do is just take the information and make decisions when you're a parent, because you know what that felt like. You don't want another kid to feel what you felt. So if he don't have kids, or if he have kids, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a great parent, because he's not going to want his kids to feel what he felt.
Feel that feeling.
Yeah. So he don't even know he got that gift out of it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But that is a gift. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You just know how to treat your kids because how you was treated.
Women to this day that my mother will give credit to for being more of a mother to me than she ever could. Her assistant, my cousin, being one of them. Every time, though, that my mother would state that she was right here whenever I was ready, that ideology still blows my mind today, that a person could openly admit to being an uninterested, not put my best foot forward type of parent, and be so self-centered that they still express to the kid, you have to come to me when you're ready. You got to come to me for us to make this right. Okay. But I'm not sure what my mother could possibly think that she has shown me in the past or have for me now that's not money, goodness gracious, that would make me want to come to her or whatever.
Right. It's not money.
Whatever those feelings are supposed to be. A mother is supposed to be the first woman that a boy falls in love with. I loved my mother very much. but my mother loved things more than she loved me, and she would validate her love for me by giving me things and would proceed to call me ungrateful or inconsiderate if said things did not have the desired effect. I couldn't imagine what it's like to be her, though, to ask God.
And it's like a lot of parents that's in Monique's situation, being famous, chasing a career and goals. They try to pacify the kid with gifts and stuff, but you could see he was the type of kid that he didn't want that. He just wanted the materialistic stuff. Then you have a kid that's on the other side of it, that's getting all the time, but they're not getting none of the materialistic. I'm like, yo, screw the time.
I want some things.
I want some materialistic stick.
So it's
just all from your perspective, because some kids would have liked it that way. So it's just hard being a parent. When you become a parent, you just understand that, not to make up any excuses for Monique. But me, I'm just the same type of kid like him, and he's right. When you was a kid, you don't feel like you're good enough. You be like, if my mom didn't want me, why would I be good enough for anybody else? So it do mess with you psychologically. But as you get older, I know for me, it really didn't have too much holding on my life. But for him, it could have affected him, because everybody takes stuff differently.
Yeah, and then you got to think that it does, because he's talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like he's tired of holding on to certain things. That's why he's expressing it.
Yeah, I think he made his peace with it. And I mean by that, if she didn't do the interview, I don't think that he would be doing this. So he just made his peace. But him as being a kid, he's like, I'm not gonna let you get it all completely. You are here telling your truths about how people wronged you. So why is it wrong for me to tell my truth about how you wronged me,
right?
Or how I felt you wronged me?
I just think he knew it was a tender subject for him, like how he explained earlier. Well, I kind of made a bullet points checklist as not to get emotional and kind of stay on cue.
Facts.
For what you want, and then he gives you what you need, though, only for you to ignore it and have the audacity to ask God for something else. And I'm glad I don't.
He said, God bless you with me. And you didn't even notice that blessing. You was too busy asking for other stuff. That was deep.
That was deep. That's all I can say was,
yeah.
Glad I didn't do that. And when he told you no, you went to the universe instead. By no means, though, do I want to give off any type of an impression that I am a victim of anything.
Right.
It's not the case. As you can see, I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Right.
I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm a dad.
Right, there you go.
I'm healthy, I think.
I think.
I know we're cold now. I still have my days just like everybody else. And, there were a few things that she did teach me along the way. I did learn how not to love from my mother. I also learned to make sure that I never lose so much of who I am that I have to validate it through another person. And though I feel as though, in hindsight, I think she did it reluctantly, I do appreciate my mother, for showing me what the top of the mountain looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I see, and I like that he's look at it. He acknowledges, he looking at the glass half full. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did get this out of it. I can't sit here I didn't learn any lessons. I didn't learn anything from the situation. And that's grown man and becoming maturity. And like he said, he had kids, so we figured that out. But that comes with just having kids and maturity. At the end of the day, you just got to forgive your parents. You only get one set of parents, and you just learn from their mistakes. Because you, even as a father now, you're going to make mistakes. Your kids going to be complaining about some of the stuff that you did. It's just no way around it. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of life.
And you're going to look at it like, I wish I would have did this or that differently. You're not going to want your kids to beat you up about it because they made mistakes along the way. You feel what I'm saying?
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Saying it did give me perspective on what hard work and dedication can get you, but I don't want something like that at the cost of giving up something that I created. I don't want it that bad. And speaking of creations, I genuinely, truly, I really did want my mother to have a relationship with my daughter. I even fought through those intrusive thoughts that were, if she wasn't interested in you, what makes you think she's going to be interested in your kid?
Right.
But it took my mother no time at all to prove that those intrusive thoughts were correct. But what I can say, good for her, the universe did, bless her with 3 other sons. And God willing, I'm sure that all three of them are adults now. So I'm sure that one of them, God willing, if not all three of them, will make her the grandmother that she wants to be. Right. I still look forward, to that moment for her.
He just like me. What I mean by that is, I'm not gonna force anyone to be a grandparent. If you want to be a grandparent, you're more than welcome to be a grandparent. But if you're not, then that's on you. It's not nothing that will have any weighing on my heart. I wish you would choose this way, but if you don't, it's not gonna have any bearing on me. It seems like that's the same attitude he's taking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it might be the healthiest thing for him. You know what I'm saying? To do. And that's what people have to figure out.
Mental peace.
What's the healthiest thing for you? Because it's going to project to the kids.
Yeah.
And that's who you're looking out for in the first place anyway.
Yeah, always.
So you got to find that mental peace.
Yeah, definitely.
But overall, when it comes to the boys, though, I am happy that whenever they do hear me talk, sorry, my phone did something weird, but whenever they hear me talk, they don't know what it is. They can't relate to what it is that I'm saying. My experience with my mother is not their experience.
Right.
With our mother.
Right.
So my prayer for her and them is that they continue to see her the way that they see her now. I do also want to make sure that I say thank you to my mother for giving me life. Without that moment in time, I wouldn't have had my little one. But outside of that moment, there isn't anything that either of us has to offer the other. In my opinion, it's a waste of God's time and the universe's time for praying for something that you were not willing to put forth any effort to obtain. Putting the work into becoming Monique is more important to my mother than being my mother.
Right.
And I do not believe that it was never about her being there and waiting for me, but it was supposed to be about me being there and waiting for her.
I like the way that he's basically putting stuff like he's not putting a blame on him. I'm not gonna say just because my mom wasn't around, I'm less than. You feel what I'm saying? She wasn't around because she was chasing her career. Because I'm pretty sure when he was a kid, he was like, my mom is gonna be around me because I'm not cool, I'm not this, my grade's not smart enough, or you know what I'm saying? Like he was making up all these excuses on why his mom didn't want to be around him and made him feel less as a person. He's like, hold up, it don't got nothing to do with me.
It's not my fault.
She's just doing her own thing. She's chasing her career, so it don't have nothing to do with me as a kid.
The TD Cash Card lets you customize how you earn cashback rewards for things like travel.
My mother's value had reached such a low point in my life that I no longer found it necessary to either want to wait for her or even go to her. But like I said, man, I'm super grateful that she has the opportunity to...
And he was saying that basically, like, when you're in that situation when the parent's not there, they get you used to them not being there. So eventually, you're like, yo, I made it this far and they wasn't there. I really don't need them at this point because I just been going this long without them. I just haven't been noticing. I just been doing it without them.
You can tell he processes information well.
Yeah, definitely.
To do it all over again, I'm happy for her. I hope the Cat Williams tour goes well, but the narrative that she prays for us to reconcile is a false narrative. It's not real, and I'd appreciate it if she stopped saying stuff like that.
Yo, that was crazy. It's Trey TV. Let's get it.
This is Lamar Wilson here representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lowercases.
No spaces.
You can catch us on Facebook, and when you do, follow the page, like the page, share the page, and come back. All right, I'm going to get right on into this. We got stand-up comedian Monique's oldest son.
Yeah.
And he was just, seems like he was just letting everyone know, hey, I'm all right over here.
Right.
My babies is all right over here.
Right.
The last thing I'm thinking about is anything that y'all think I'm thinking about.
Right.
And he just wanted to clear up his feelings.
Yeah.
You could tell he's thought about these things through his life. He's found a peaceful space in his mind.
Yeah.
And he'd like to stay there. But just like anybody else, I think once certain things hit the fan, you're going to want to address it.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, enough's enough. I got to say something.
Yeah.
And he did it in such a way where he kept himself in a good headspace. He had his clarity. His thoughts was well expressed.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he was just like, and that's not it. And I wanted to be known. And I thought it was very respectful how he did it. And I like this. I thought it was an interesting interaction. What do you think about this?
I think it was dope. He was able to get this off his chest. You could see, obviously, the interview that Monique had was definitely bothering him. It looked like it touched him in his soul, and he wanted to get that out. It was therapeutic for him, and that's what you gotta do. Sometimes just get stuff off your chest because it makes you feel better. I'm pretty sure he felt better time he posted this video because it felt like he was getting his truth out, and I can understand why he wanted to get his truth out. He's more like his mom than he even noticed. He was doing the same thing that she was doing. She felt like she was wrong, and he was getting it out of there. He probably don't know that he got that from his mother, and that's how you gotta look at your parents. I'm just gotta look at for the good they did, even if they was involved in your life or wasn't involved in your life. You gotta see the gifts they gave you, and stuff like that. And a lot of stuff he do, see it like that. Like she let me see the top of the mountain. She let me see how things would go for me if I put in hard work and dedication, sacrifice. A lot of kids don't even get to see stuff like that. So you gotta just take it for his worth. And I'm glad that he's not letting them affect them in any negative way. He's only letting them affect them in a positive way, the way it affected me in a positive way. And that's just being a better parent and doing more for your kids. And he don't even notice that she gave him that gift of being a better parent because of the parent she was, which I realized when I was in the situation, made me a great parent. I'm pretty sure that he's a great parent also. I think this was dope. Can't wait to do more stuff like this. But until then, it's your boy Trey TV, and I'm out.